The problem isn't that the Guards are out of control. No, the Guards are completely in control by Drew Horace and by Justice Minister Helen McEntee. They're doing exactly what they were told to do by those in charge. The purpose of those in government is to force through the new colonisation of Ireland without consent and to ram it home over the wills and the wishes and the bodies of Irish people. And Helen McEntee, Fine Gael, Fianna Fáil, etc., they don't care. They don't care that your children and grandchildren will be left with the violent remnants of Irish society in a generation or two, and that they will be dealing with the violent consequences of mass immigration, as we see already in Sweden, in Italy, in France, and in Germany. Drew Horace was there in Coolock yesterday at the Garda station organising events. The Guards came. First thing is there's been a peaceful assembly and peaceful protest in Coolock at the Crown Paint Factory since March of this year. That right to peaceful assembly was taken away yesterday by the Gardaí. Those people were told to leave. Not only that, but the legal means of people legally objecting to direct provision centres has been taken away by changes in planning law. So the people in Coolock can protest about planning permission in Donegal or Cork, but they can't protest about 1,000 planning permission for 1,000 men in Coolock at the end of the road. So the state and the government has taken away legal means of protest from the people of Coolock. So what means have they got left? Yesterday, the brutality of the Gardaí that was clearly on display is unconscionable. The Guardians of the Peace weren't there to guard the peace. They were there to enforce the will of the Minister of Justice and Roderick O'Gorman that colonisation of Ireland, the plantation centre, is going to happen in Coolock over the heads of the local people. And if they object, they're going to get beaten off the street. I'm from the north originally, and I've seen plenty of riots from the interaction with the British Army and the RUC. I grew up in the Brandywell, the Republican part of the Bogside, and the riots were literally just outside our house, 100 yards from the front of our house. So I grew up from 12 years of age and older. The post, let's say, hunger strike riots were huge, went on for some time. So I am very well acquainted with political violence. It's not something that I condone, that I want to see again. But I suspect from the actions of the Gardaí yesterday, that exactly is what the Minister of Justice, Helen McEntee, is trying to provoke. My general attitude is never give your enemy what they want. The Guards aren't out of control, they're controlled exactly by the Minister of Justice. So what we must do is, the Guards are just doing what they're ordered to do. And what we must do is replace those in charge. So that's Drew Horace, Helen McEntee, her government. The easiest way is to replace them at the ballot box. They want to replace us, obviously, by demographic change, by this new plantation. So our job, our task in the months ahead is to replace this traitorous Irish government before they replace us. So let's turn our face towards this general election and do everything within our means to get nationalist candidates and Irish Freedom Party candidates elected in Ireland, that we can get these traitors out of power, because they mean to replace us. They mean a new plantation of Ulster. They have removed from the people of Coolock the means to peacefully protest, the right to peaceful assembly, and the means to legally challenge direct provision centres within their community. The means now is via the ballot box. The general election will probably be in October, November. So let's try as we can to keep everything as peaceful as possible. Do not be provoked by the Guards. Don't give them what they want. Don't give Helen McEntee what she wants. What we should do is give her a bloody nose at the ballot box and vote these people out before they destroy our country. And when the general election is over, we will see how the lie of the land is. We'll look at things as they are. We will observe what is going on in our country. In that regard, if you are an Irish patriot, you want the best for your country, that you believe in personal liberty national sovereignty. You believe in patriotism, not globalism. You believe that people should be rewarded for the work and that Irish taxes should go to help Irish people and not to fund accommodation, welfare and medical care for half the world. Come out, support the Irish Freedom Party, join up, become a member. I would ask you, we're looking for as many high quality candidates as we can get to put forward for the general election. So I would ask you to put yourself forward for the Irish Freedom Party and let's change the Irish government. Let's replace them before they replace us. And I would like to give a shout out to the people who were there yesterday in Coolock, the local residents, those who came out to support them, and the councillors, Dublin councillors. You had Glenn Moore was there, Malachy Steenson, Gavin Pepper and Patrick Quinlan were there. Other people from the Irish Freedom Party, Paul Fitzsimons was there doing the live stream all day, because completely without provocation, Philip Dwyer was lifted by the guards for absolutely nothing. So look, life ain't fair. The guards ain't in the business of being fair. Drew Horace, a man who took an oath of loyalty to the British monarch, is not acting in the best interest of the Irish people. But it's not his fault. It's the government's fault, the people who appointed him. So it's Helen McEntee, Fianna Fáil and Fine Gael, those in charge, they must be replaced. So I would ask you to do everything in your power to help me to replace the Irish Freedom Party, to replace this traitorous government before they destroy our country completely. So my name is Herman Kelly. I'm President of the Irish Freedom Party. Ura Magatsa, Slanas Band.